of the weight shift. A lot of times people don't shift their weight. Well, one idea that I love to kind of share with is that when people are at the top of their swing, what we like to usually sometimes see in the downswing is almost that their left hip is bumping a car door closed.
All right, so moving on. I have in my notes not following through and transferring weight as things that might happen when you're overly nervous.
Yes.
So, and those two things are probably kind of the same issue going on. So again, not following through and transferring weight.
Yes.
What do you have for us?
Here's what I got. So a lot of times when people don't follow through, they're so focused on the ball, because obviously the ball is a lot of teachers and players would call is the moment of truth. This is the moment of judgment where you are either going to be a successful shot or a failed shot. And our focus is so much on that moment that we're impacting the ball that we tend to think that that's the finish line. And we swing to that point and then stop at the finish line. But the golf swing, that the ball is just that's the halftime. We have to actually continue through all the way to the finish. And a lot of times, because so many people are so focused on that moment of impact, that they end up bringing a lot more attention to it. And it's actually it's probably one of the best swing thoughts you can bring to the golf course, is just thinking about sticking your finish every single time that you hit the golf ball. So not even focusing on the actual golf ball, but actually going to the finish. And a fantastic finish is, once again, one where when we come through, we want to see that right toe is pointed just perfectly. So we have that nice finish where our body's facing the target and the right toe is pointed perfectly. And actually, I remember a story of one time I actually went to play in a pro-am where I was the pro and there was 4 amateurs with me. And in pro-ams, typically pros are only taking up 1/5 of the field because there's 4 amateurs and 1 pro in each group. So I go to play in a practice round there, and I'm playing for, I got finished with my day and finished with practicing. I had practiced a lot that day, and I went down to the locker room and I handed in my shoes just to get cleaned up for the next day. And the locker room attendant looks at my shoes. He says, "Hey, you're one of the pros here, aren't you?" I said, "How did you know that just looking at my shoes?" He said, "If you look at your right toe, there's a big dirt spot right there that I only see with the pros." So why did I have a dirt spot on my toe? Because every single time I came through to a finish, my right toe was in the ground. Well,
it's a little dirty.
Those are cleaned up for the show. But a lot of times what we see from amateurs is they come through and that right toe is just kind of bent just like that. So if we can think of getting that dirty toe and looking like a pro, that will definitely make sure.
Dirty toe looking like a pro. Did you just make that up?
I tell you, there's just brilliance that comes out.
That is a swing thought.
Dirty toe, look like a pro. So we have to ignore the moment of truth, which is this moment that we're going to hit the ball, and we need to focus more on hitting that finish. Now, one other thought that I just wanted to throw in here too is the idea of the weight shift. A lot of times people don't shift their weight. Well, one idea that I love to kind of share with is that when people are at the top of their swing, what we like to usually sometimes see in the downswing is almost that their left hip is bumping a car door closed. So if I had like groceries in my hand and I had to just shut the car door, that's a fantastic thought that you could use out on the golf course, that when you're going up to the top of your swing, as you come down, that first move in the downswing, we have to shut that car door, which will make sure that we shift that weight into that left side.